Hey guys, welcome to my sophomore year dorm. Come on in. I'm a sophomore at Indiana University and I've lived on campus for 2 years now. Since this was my sophomore year, I'll let you in on a little secret. I got to pick my exact room. I live in Walnut Grove, which is the newest dorm on campus, and I got a private single, which means I have my own space, no roommates, and I have my own bathroom. This chick's got only child syndrome. Come again? For sure. I think a dorm tour is definitely a necessity right now. And along with the dorm tour, I'm gonna go through some items that I think have been the most helpful for me for the 2 years that I've lived on campus. All of which you can find in my Amazon storefront. Let's begin. So when you walk into my dorm, you get this little entryway. Just a nice little hallway, little separation. On the left, you have my bathroom. I got so lucky to get a dorm with my own bathroom. It's such a nice sized bathroom. I honestly think it's bigger than my one at home. I was able to put so much more storage in it, which really helped me with the amount of stuff that I was allowed to keep here. Going back outside the bathroom, so for 2 years I've rented a refrigerator and microwave, so that's what I have right here. I'm not going to show the bottom of a refrigerator, you know what a refrigerator looks like, but on top I have my Keurig and my fan. You need a fan, 100%. This dorm is like temperature regulated and I'm dying right now because I can't lower the temperature. And then this shelf unit, I had 2 last year. I bought them from Target and they were relatively inexpensive. I think they were like maybe 30 bucks. But this has been so immensely helpful because I could store so much stuff on it. And honestly, like even if you don't think that you have room for them, you do. They fit into little cracks and corners super easily, and the amount of bins that you can put in there is seriously so easy. You come over here and this is the main portion of my dorm. Sorry the lighting's so dark. I woke up this morning thinking I'm gonna have great lighting and then it started storming. So my bad for not checking the weather, I guess. Oh, that's too high. I'm gonna have to get my tripod back out. So this is the main part of my dorm. When I first walked into this dorm room, I was so scared because the way that they had the furniture laid out, I was panicking. I thought that there was gonna be no space at all. But this is honestly such a good size for a bedroom, for a dorm bedroom. But yeah, I was so obsessed with the way that I decorated it. I'm gonna be so sad next year. I'm so sad about this bedspread because I bought this off of Etsy and the shop no longer exists. And it's obviously not gonna fit on my bed next year. So like I said, I had enough space to have this reading nook over here, which was so nice. It offered me a different space to do my homework than my desk. And moving over to my bed, I had it raised enough where I was able to have so much storage underneath. Like there's more than you can even see because I had things shoved behind both the dresser. Then right there was a perfect spot for my 3-tier cart and vacuum and more cleaning supplies, and then over to my dresser, which had my TV on top. I can't really show you the inside of my drawers right now because I took all the organization stuff out. I'm like halfway moved out right now. My dad is literally on his way as we speak to help me move the rest of my furniture, so filming this video was really now or never. So here's my desk area, which is so cutie. It had some shelves, which I was able to put some pictures and more organization stuff, as well as some lamps on top. And then this mirror over here, I've had it for 2 years. It's honestly probably one of my favorite things that I've purchased. Now that the tour's over with, here's some advice that I've learned from 2 years of living on campus. Don't worry about random roommates. My freshman year, I decided where I was going to college really late, so I didn't have the time to pick out a roommate that I knew in advance or had met online. I was really kind of worried about this because I did not know who I was going to get I did not know who I was going to I did not know who I was going to be put with. I actually ended up being put in a random triple last year, which worked out fine. I got put with some of the nicest people that I've ever met and we got along very well. The reality is, I know equally as many people who have had problems with roommates that they picked out before school as I know of people who have problems with random roommates. Either way, you're living with someone that you don't really know. Obviously, like, try to get to know people in advance, try to find someone who's like compatible to live with, but if you don't, and if you don't have time to, don't worry about it. Everything really works out, and most schools do have things that you can do to change it if you do have problems with your roommates. Just make sure that you fill out your roommate agreements if your school does that. I didn't know this because I'm an only child and my parents both went to college a while ago. A lot of people move off campus their sophomore year. I'm rather reserved, and unless I know someone really well, I didn't want to get into a lease with them. By the time people started picking out where they were going to live their sophomore year, and mind you, people started doing this in like October, which is crazy. That's like 3 months to get to know people. I didn't have anyone that I wanted to room with, and I didn't think it was like such a big thing to move off campus, but at a big university, it is. Like, people either move off campus their sophomore year or live in their sorority or fraternity house. I do not regret at all coming back and living on campus. A lot of schools do still have opportunities for sophomores to come live on campus still. There was other sophomores on my floor, so I didn't feel like ostracized or anything because of that. I loved living on campus my sophomore year. It's so much more convenient because you're closer to your classes and you can still have meal plans and you don't have to cook yet. Don't worry about co-ed versus like all girls or all guys floors. I have never felt unsafe in any of the dorms that I have lived in. And last year, the way the Eigenman was set up is there was like a girls wing and a guys wing. So I was in an all girls wing. And this year I'm on a completely co-ed floor, like my neighbor are 2 guys. Usually in dorms that are co-ed, they have like pod style bathrooms. If you are worried about that, some schools do have a way to, I think, request being in a building that's either like all girls floor or all guys floor or something like that. So I think you can like preference. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do that on most college campuses. Next, random shit will happen. There's not that much that you can do to control it. You expect people to be noisy. You kind of get used to it. Like, obviously, if it's outrageous, you can talk to RAs and you can talk to like other people about it. It's college. There's also like a shocking amount of people at all times of day on campus. Like, I could walk outside at 3 a.m. and there'd be other people, which is kind of chill. It makes me feel more safe, to be honest. There's always stuff going on. There's tons of stuff that residence halls like put on. They do events, and try to go to events. At least try to go in the beginning. Like at the beginning of the year, keep your door open, meet people. You want to know the people on your floor. I've been at the end of my hallway both years. Like, what are the odds of that? And it's kind of hard to meet people when you're at the end of the hallway because nobody walks down here. Put a whiteboard on your door. You can do like polls and write little messages. It's so much fun. I didn't do that last year, but I did it this year. And people do like fun decorations on their doors for holidays. It's so cute. Like, I loved living in the dorms. Don't be afraid of RAs. Majority of RAs are so chill. Like, they are not here to get you in trouble. They're just here to make sure everybody's okay, and they won't like go out of their way to get you in trouble. So as long as you're like not doing illegal shit where people can see you, you're fine. I'm not saying that to do illegal things. I'm just saying the RAs are not out to get you. But go to some of the RA sponsored events. Like, I felt so bad whenever I couldn't go because like nobody was going, and they like worked so hard to make sure those go well. And also, be nice to the custodian staff. Their job is not easy. They're picking up after so many college kids. Take care of your stuff and take care of the hallways. Don't make a mess. Or if you do make a mess, clean up after yourself. I can't speak for all other college campuses, but at Indiana, our dining hall food honestly isn't that bad. There's like days where it's hit and miss. I've never been not able to find something that I liked. Last year, I lived closest to Wright. Wright is terrible, but Wright is under construction right now, so hopefully it will be better. I always walked to Forest last year. I think Forest is the best dining hall on campus. I don't know. They have the same food as the other places, but just something that they do is just better. Right now, I live right next to McNutt Dining Hall, which is still a good dining hall, and it's been so convenient to be so close to it since last year I had to walk like 10 minutes. And then also, if you're on a big campus, you'll most likely have buses that run during the week, and those are really helpful to getting places that are kind of far away. Obviously, everything is in walking distance here, but sometimes you don't want to walk, like when it's raining or when it's cold or just when you're tired. So the buses are really convenient, and they do go by most of the dorms. I think that's the majority of the advice that I have. So now I want to talk about a few of the items that I got that have made my life so much easier. I'm going to mainly talk about 4 things just to keep it simple, but I do have like a lot more college supply list and college advice videos on my TikTok. They were from last year, so you might either have to scroll a little bit, or I have posted some videos where I tagged them. Honestly, you could probably look up Skylar exclamation point college essentials. It might show up, not sure. So first, I have this storage ottoman. I'll stand to the side and like put in some videos. This is the best thing that I ever bought. I think my mom found it actually. A storage ottoman with little pockets around the side that you can put shoes or other things. I put shoes in it, but I'm just saying you could put other things in it. This was so immensely helpful last year when I had a fully lofted bed, and this year because my bed's like super raised, because it's very sturdy. It's not like one of the cheap ones that'll like collapse if you step on it because it's storage. It's storage and it's sturdy. If you take nothing else from this list, buy that. Next, I have my 3-tier cart. This is another thing that I used both this year and last year. Last year, I put all my toiletries in it because I didn't have a bathroom, so I could keep like my makeup on top and then some shower stuff underneath it. which was so immensely helpful, like I said, because I didn't have a bathroom, and so I could just like grab and go with stuff. Next is this mirror. I love this thing. It has 3 different light settings as well as different like amounts of brightness, which is really nice. It's touchscreen as well. Like I said, I used it last year when I didn't have a bathroom, so I actually needed a mirror. But this year, I just kind of used it by my desk for like filming TikToks, maybe doing a little bit of makeup, or just lighting. Like the different light settings, the blue, white, and yellow were so nice just to turn on at night instead of my overhead lighting. Next, I have the shelving unit that I showed earlier. Any shelving units that you get, even like the little white one that I had under my bed, are so helpful to storage. My biggest tip for you to making sure that your dorm doesn't look cluttered but you can still have a lot of stuff is having different baskets. You can have a lot of stuff in them, but people won't know. If everything is hidden, it looks clean. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below or go over to my TikTok. Like I said, I have a lot more stuff posted on there, and I'm usually more like responsive to comments and stuff like that. Also, go follow me here and on TikTok because I'm going to be posting more about my space next year, decorating that. So definitely follow along for that because I'll have a lot of new just room tips and room supply stuff. If you're watching this as a freshman going into college, good luck. Next year, you got this. It's going to be great. If you're a current college student, good luck with finals if I get this video posted in time. Love you guys, and I hope you have a great day, night, whenever you are watching this. See y'all.